you all know our next guest is the broadcasting queen, long-time talk show host Trisha Goddard, who earlier this year revealed that for the second time she's been diagnosed with cancer after first being affected for the disease back in 2008.
Well, she's determined not to become what she describes as a poster girl for cancer and has continued to work throughout the pain and discomfort of her treatment. I'm thrilled to say she joins us now. Oh, Trisha, for heaven's sake, after 16 years, I haven't seen you, have I, since this all came out. How are you doing?
I'm okay, I'm fine. I'm getting used to my new normal, which is treatments every 3 weeks, infusions. I was talking to little Destiny back there. We were talking about ports and cannulas. I said, I've got one here, you know.
Because she had it for pre-transplant, didn't she? Transfusion.
Yeah, and it's part of, you know, it's not just cancer. There are so many people living with chronic illnesses, you know, and it's part of their life. They might keep it quiet because they might feel they're going to be fired from a job. But it's something that's not really talked about. The millions of people who live with chronic illnesses, of which cancer is one of them. Patchy treatment, what you do with homes being, you know, your whole lifestyle has to change, all of those things. I'm just discovering, I'm a newbie, I know.
So you kept it quiet, though, didn't you? You obviously came out in February and said, this is back. Why did you not tell everyone?
I was grappling with how to deal with it myself. Plus, I just wanted to work and be me. I mean, you know, we were talking in the break with CNN and my colleagues there. They didn't know that I had no hair, that I had no feeling in my legs. That
From the treatment?
From the treatment, because I had chemo every week for 4.5 months. God. And I was telling that story about one of my, I shouldn't say, one of my colleagues, name drop, Don Lemon at CNN. He was very sweet. We were on air and he went, nose, nose, nose.
Because you're having a nosebleed.
Complete, because chemo, you get these nosebleeds. And so I quickly wiped it up and I said to my husband afterwards, I'm mortified. Don saw me have this nosebleed. And he said, oh, it's all right, honey. He probably just thinks you're one of these high flyers who was doing coke all night. You're probably cool.
But you still managed to get on your honeymoon in
Finally. Finally, because my treatment started the morning after our wedding.
That's right.
No.
Yeah, 8 o'clock in the morning. He said, get in that oncology unit.
Oh, my goodness. And then delayed the honeymoon because of that.
Yeah, for two years. And I'm one of those people who doesn't do sea and fishes and water and that. And I went scuba diving. I thought, what the hell? What have you got to be frightened of? You know, and like, you know, oh, my God, I can't go in the sea swimming with all those animals. I might die. Oh, hang on a minute. Get your ass in the water, go. You know, and I loved it. I loved it.
Amazing.
I mean,
So it opened you to different experiences, basically. So why don't you want to be the poster girl for cancer? Because for many people, they look at you, you look amazing. I know that...
Thank you, makeup.
I'm sure you have grim days with the treatment and all that you have to go through. Is it because you just want to don't want it to dominate your every waking hour in a way?
It already kind of does. I mean, you know, my second family is my cancer unit every 3 weeks and all the doctor's appointments in between. It's not who I am, it's what I'm living with. And coming back to people with chronic illnesses, I think we do them a disservice when we use words like brave, champion, hero, survivor, because they just want to grasp the life they have and, you know, drink life unto the lees. And I don't want everything to be, oh, you look so good, in brackets, considering you've got cancer. I just don't want that. It's not who I am.
But you're also, you know, a hugely accomplished and revered broadcaster and still out there doing all that broadcasting, doing your weekly talk radio show as well as CNN. It's just really interesting to ask you because we've had such a torrid 10, 11 days here in Britain, and you'll have been seeing that with that American perspective. What are your American friends and colleagues thinking, looking over at the events we've been seeing here in Britain?
Well, no country really, including America, looking all over Europe, has not had this going on. Okay, I think it's more of a worldwide phenomenon. And I think we, you know, and I'm very lucky on my show to interview some really amazing people, and shout out to an amazing psychologist, Sam Vaknin. And he really put me right. He said, when we label people and call them hooligans and thugs and what have you, it makes us lazy. We don't look beneath and ask why, and ask why, and ask why again. Why are these people not at work? Were they part of the people who can't get jobs? Are they the people that continue to be overlooked, who feel unheard? What are the deeper problems? Now, I'm not saying that the violence is indicative of it, and it's very sad. But we mustn't forget all of those people who came out in the name of peace.
Overnight, last night particularly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because bad things happen when good people stand by and say and do nothing. And I'm just, you know, the imam in Southport who came out and gave food to the rioters and started those conversations. Yeah. All the faith leaders who put out that... There's so much good in the world. And I think our roles is, and you've done that this morning, is to continue, yes, to report the news, but not just all the bad clickbait. Let's stir them up. Let's let them say vile things in the comment sections. Online newspapers, you know who they are. Don't criticise online stuff if you don't clean up your own backyard. But we've got to highlight the good, and that's what's heartwarming.
Well, we're going to have the pleasure here on Good Morning Britain of having you here with your brilliant journalism and your highlighting of the good next week, aren't we? You're going to come and host the show.
I am. I'm not normally nervous, I have to say, and that bit I'm not nervous about. And I said before he came on it, this bit I've been shaking like a chihuahua.
What, talking to us?
Yeah.
Oh, well, not because of us, though.
No.
Trisha is used to doing the interviewing. She's not so used to being on the other side. Is that right?
Maybe. But also, it's about talking about really, really personal stuff. And this is my life. I'm in the middle of it. And everybody wants a good news ending and what have you. And as Catherine, the princess, said, you have to get used to living with uncertainty.
So you're doing Tuesday and Wednesday next week in the Good Morning Britain hot seat.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Keep it warm for me.
Can't wait, and it's great to see you flourishing and thriving and battling all that you deal with such incredible grace. Lovely to
Bless you. Thank you.
See you next week.